Boom. Knicks, Pacers. We're gonna get right to the juice, right to the heart of the story. Pacers knock off Knicks. I mean, my bad. Knicks knock off Pacers. It was a war. Good game. I caught the second half of that game, mainly the fourth quarter. And first, I want to start with the Pacers. I would like to start the loser, just for them. Just so you know what I'm saying. We'll go for the bad and we'll leave the good for the end. The Pacers, just from watching that game, Tyrese Halliburton has to show up. He's disappeared. Nobody's seen him. They need to file a missing persons report on Tyrese Halliburton. He is missing right now. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's been. I mean, look, I don't know. I'm lost on what's going on with him. But yeah, I haven't seen Tyrese Halliburton in days. And, so I don't know whether I want to see him again. Really months, but days. Now it's becoming weeks in the playoff. I haven't seen that Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know if y'all seen him, if y'all maybe saw him on the street or like something, but I don't think he played today. Because 6 points, he might as well just stayed at home. He should just stay behind at home. I mean, you should have stayed at home. For the money they're paying you, 6 points is all you can produce. And you may say, and no, this is not a one-game thing. He's averaging 16 points. 16 points, I think 4 or 5 rebounds, 9 assists to the playoffs. That's the max, or whatever they're paying him, big money, whatever they're paying, it's a lot. If they're paying him more, they're paying him to do more than he's doing right now. I can say that right now. I mean, he's wetting the bed. He plays like a wet paper sack. Like, really though, he plays like a wet paper sack. I mean, he's wetting the bed in the worst way. It's just, I don't know where he's been. And this is going back to Milwaukee. I mean, he hasn't like been nothing, like he hasn't been consistently, because like I remember beginning of the year, before All-Star break, all I heard about Tyrese Halliburton, man, this guy could be the face of the league. Man, this guy could be this. Man, Halliburton, you keep doing this, you're gonna be something special. You keep doing this. Everybody's praising Tyrese Halliburton. Not Tyrese Halliburton start playing bad, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about him. Everybody's supposed to shut up and it's like Tyrese Halliburton passed away. Like literally though, you would have thought he passed away. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He plays like it. He played like he passed away. He plays like it. You couldn't tell he's still alive. You couldn't tell he's still alive. He's playing like trash right now. And nobody was talking about it. Where's all this? Oh, you could be face of the league. You could be this. You could be. He ain't good, man. He ain't crap. They be like, Thursday birthday ain't crap, man. He ain't done jack crap. He had one good first. He had a really elite first half of the season, and he hasn't been jack crap since. He ain't been nothing since. He's been a bit of a house. Therese Halliburton has really been getting back to the community. Hey, Tyrese Halliburton has really been getting back to the community. He's been somehow, some way, he collected a lot of bricks. He's built a lot of houses in Indiana. So trust me, he's getting back to the community in more ways than one. He's getting back to them more ways than one. Trust me. Hey, he somehow, I don't know how, but hey, he somehow he collected a lot of bricks. He's had a lot of bricks, and they took a lot of bricks, and they was able to build a house, multiple houses. Hey, 2-story house, nice kitchen, nice living room, all that. They were able to build some nice houses in Indiana thanks to Tyrese Halliburton, all the bricks he's been putting up, especially in the playoffs. So next time you see Tyrese Halliburton, thank him for all them houses he built with all them bricks he's been putting up. But nah, all Tyrese Halliburton, I think he may be the worst person. I think he may have been played the worst out of anybody that played for Indiana. At least in the fourth quarter, I don't think he didn't, because he didn't like. I'm trying to figure out what he did. I mean, his passing, he's 79 assists, which is elite in the playoffs. Which is really good. But other than that, I mean, what's he doing? Like, what is he doing? I mean, he's adding like almost no value to the court. Like, he's not going to really defend like that. So his thing is score, pass, and just at times he needs to be like, the offense should just be him. Like, he needs to be in the fourth quarter, he needs to be the offense. Like, they should just be able to go to him and he should be able to get them buckets. He's playing trash. I don't know what's going on with him. Like I said, he may have been the worst player that's on the floor. He's definitely one of the worst players that played today. McConnell, I played him. I think Neymar probably outplayed him. Turner and Siakam definitely outplayed him on both ends of the floor. I mean, this game would have been won if Tyson Hill played like an all-star. Pacers would have won today, and might not have been a close game. I mean, he had the opportunity because Knicks really weren't like. I mean, they were playing good, but if you at one point, I think in the third or fourth quarter, they had mentioned. If you look at the Knicks bench points, the Knicks had less than 10 bench points the whole game. I'm pretty sure they had like less than 10. It was around 10 points. The Pacers had almost 40 bench points. So it wasn't like a bench. It was just like, hey, everybody around the star player is playing good by a star player. In the playoffs, that can't happen. It just can't. As a star player, it can't happen. As a staff, it can't happen. Because then you're going to drop games. So like I said, I'm going to explain why Knicks won in a second here. But when your bench gives you 33, almost 40 points, if not 40 points or more in a playoff game, and you just stop, I mean, like, what more can you ask from your bench? And your starter, your starting power forward who's all-star caliber gave you like 20, around 20. Same thing with Turner. Your two-way center. I mean, like, I don't get it, really. I really don't get it with Halliburton because he hasn't been playing like himself at all since the back half of the year. But he's given back to the community in more ways than one. So everybody in Indiana should be happy about that. But man, that dude's struggling, bro. And I'm trying to figure out when he's gonna get out this rut because the playoffs ain't waiting on you, bro. And there's not a lot of rest between these games, a lot of time, and it's like we're down the second series. We're getting into the second series. We're gonna be in a couple of days. We'll be playing game 2 of round 2 of the playoffs. Like, and he hasn't like been able to he hasn't been able to consistently play like himself for multiple games or like an all-star. So it's like I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen because if it doesn't happen, this series will be over fast. I mean, the Knicks will just run. They're running at the gym real fast. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like because some of the stuff that the Pacers got today, like this is a game they really should have won. They bench played out their mind. And a lot of guys, McConnell had like 18. Like you're not gonna get that consistently from McConnell. You know, McConnell dropping 20 a night in the playoffs. They got a lot from our guys. So it's like, some of these guys are not going to do it. I mean, they're going to play good, but they're not going to do what they did tonight consistently. So this is a game, like, when they're playing that good, you got to win that. So I think that for the Pacers, that's going to come back and bite them. I think it's coming back to bite them in the series. But the next thing I want to discuss before we get to the Knicks, the refs. I just thought it popped in my head. Everybody's blaming the refs. Let me give that a breakdown. I don't like when people blame the refs. It's not the refs' fault. Okay, you can blame the refs, whatever. But I don't know if y'all heard the slogan, nobody cares, just win. Let me repeat that for you in case you didn't understand. Let's see if you really didn't hear me. Y'all ever heard of the slogan, nobody cares, just win? The refs didn't call a good game, nobody cares, just win. The refs missed a crucial call that could have changed the game, nobody cares, just win. The refs missed multiple calls in the fourth quarter, nobody cares, just win. Like, it's just, I promise you, no one, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, it's game 1 is set, like, there's no going back. So I'm just tired, and it's over. Like we can't do anything about it. I'm tired of like people trying to the refs. No, the refs didn't lose this game. You lost this game. I don't care about and even they were debating on TNT. Like even Shaq was like, bro, and you gotta understand you're playing in MSG. So I'm sorry, but this 2024. That's part of the home court advantage. You're gonna have refs probably gonna give you some calls you probably shouldn't have got. This is what it is. People want to talk about that in home court advantage, but that's just what it is sometimes. Sometimes you're going to get some calls you probably shouldn't have got. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't like when people blame the refs solely. Like, I honestly say, okay, like, I think it should be to an extent, like, okay, I don't mind if you blame the refs. I mean, it kind of sucks because the refs weren't really helping us. If you say that, like, okay, refs were really, okay, I feel you. But to say, yeah, we lost because of the refs, man, that's crap. You lying, bro. You not lose. Do not blame the refs because at the end of the day, the refs are going to be there today, tomorrow, and the next day. It's not going to change. It's never going to change. And at the end of the day, You just sound like a sore loser, a sore fan. Nobody cares. Just win. Like when people look back on the series, they're gonna say, "Oh," when they look back on the 2024 NBA champions, say, "Well, back in this or who played West Coast Final, well, Knicks should have been there because the refs messed up and the Raiders messed up. The refs lost that game." No, bro. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody cares. Just win. It's all people care about is if you win. Nobody cares about the refs. Nobody cares a year from now, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now. Nobody's gonna care. They're gonna care. Did you win or did you not? If you got out in the second round, they're gonna say you out in the second round. Like, this is the refs are the refs. Everybody has to deal with the refs. It is what it is. There's nothing you could do. I'm sorry. Like, y'all gotta stop doing this with the refs, bro. Y'all gotta deal with it and understand that your team. It's never completely the refs' fault. Your team had chances to win that game before it even got to the refs' hands. Maybe if your all-star Tyrese Halliburton didn't score 6 points. And you know what I'm saying? If you just scored 6 points, maybe you wouldn't have lost the game. You know what I'm saying? But that's the ref's fault. Not the guy that gets paid $200 million to score the ball. His one job is to score the ball and be a playmaker. And he's doing half of it right now. Yeah, I need to cut that $200 million to $100 million in half. That's what he's playing like. What did he say? He's playing like half a sandwich. He playing like he's playing like he was half a sandwich and a bag of chips. And it ain't a good sandwich. It's a moldy sandwich, bad bread, expired meat. It ain't a high quality sandwich. It's a half a sandwich and a half-eaten bag of chips with a rotten apple. That's how he's playing right now. It's not good. So I mean, I don't like that. That's something I really got in. That got under my skin. I was like, I just didn't like how everybody wants to, oh, look at this play. Was it good, bad call, or bad call? It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Just win. If you win, it's all people care about. If you lose, all people are going to talk about. That's all people are going to remember. Either you win or you lost. Like, when we talk about the finals last year, we're going to go, I'm sure you can go back and find games where the refs made bad calls. Or you're going to sit here and say, well, really? Phoenix should have been here because refs made calls. They were horrible. They were obviously bad. Nobody cares, bro. I remember one time I was watching a game as a Texas fan. We played Purdue. This one they had Jaden Ivey, Zach Edey, and some other dude, number 50, I forgot his name. Bro, Ivy was coming off the bench. I mean, not Ivy, Edey was coming off the bench. Bro, we played Purdue. I think Purdue shot they shot 40 plus free throws that game against Texas in the March Madness tournament. I remember we lost. Do you think when I went back to school, when I went bragging about Texas, you think anybody cared that Purdue had shot 40 free throws or that it really the refs really were called it a really bad game? Do you think people care? Or do people just care that, oh, well, you're a Texas fan, Texas lost to Purdue? I mean, nobody really cares. They don't care. They don't want to hear that, bro. They just want to hear that you win and you lose. That's all that matters. People, it's because at the end of the day, all that stuff about the rest is just excuses. It's just straight excuses. It's a lot. It's just a bunch of excuses, bro. That's all it is. You're making excuses for your team. Your team need to play better. Simple as that. We all got to deal with the rest. It is what it is. That's how it's been. That's how it was. Yeah, it's the same it was. It's gonna be the same today, tomorrow, and the next day. The rest of all is gonna be there. You gotta find a way. Persevere, bro. Because at the end of the day, when we look, nobody's gonna care. It's gonna say, did you win? Did you go in the second round? Did you make a conference final? That's what they care about. If you didn't, people really don't want to hear it from you, bro. It just sounds like a whole bunch of excuses. You're a sore loser. And you're just trying to make up excuses and you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make yourself feel good about, make yourself feel good about your team. You know what I'm saying? People just okay, well, you chatting, you talking, bro. You just popping mouth. You're not even saying real stuff. That's how people say. I'm gonna be honest. So all this complaining about refs, it gotta stop, bro. They gotta stop. That refs, I gotta drop the refs, bro. I mean, you want to say, oh, they didn't really help us or it wasn't their best game, but you can't kind of say, man, the refs didn't do this and the refs didn't do that. Man, the refs blew this game and nobody gets, damn, did you win? Nobody cares. Did you win? Nobody cares. Did you win? No one cares. Did you win? Did you win? No one cares. I mean, no one cares. Did you win? So, but I think I think that's simple as that. I want to get to the Knicks real quick, wrap this up. But for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson's the best player. I think he was the best player in his game today. He was the best player on the floor at all times. He dropped 40 tonight. Fourth, I think the last person since Michael Jordan dropped, the last person to drop 40 points in 4 playoff games, or I think 4 straight playoff games with Michael Jordan. So he's on his summer story. He reminds me of D-Book last. He doing like what D-Book did last year. But he doing all sorts of historic stuff right now. He's really playing well, playing confident. And like the difference between him and Alec Burton is like whenever the Knicks need the offense, he was the offense. Like he would just go get his own shot. They didn't have to like do anything special. They had to get him the ball one-on-one ISO, and he made stuff happen. That's what it was, bro. And Brunson, we trust. I'm trusting him a lot right now. If I'm a Knicks fan, because he played really well. Like I said, he took that game over. I think they said he had like 22, 20 in the fourth quarter, somewhere around there. I know it's 20 plus for sure. It was 20 or more in the fourth, just by himself. So I mean, like he damn near did it by himself, bro. Like we didn't like not to say like Hart has some great plays. DiVincenzo had a big three. Obviously he had help, but whenever they needed go to score, we need points right here in this position. He got it done, and that's the difference between him and Alec Burton right now. I think that's the difference between. If there's like an MVP award in the playoffs, I think it'll be pretty hard not to give it to Ant right now. I'll be honest. He's playing that well. Not Ant, my bad. It'd be pretty hard not to give it to Brunson, my bad. He's playing that well, and he really carrying his team, bro. I don't know what people are putting him on a list of like best playoff performers, the best players in the playoffs right now, but I'd be hard pressed to find somebody better. I'm being real talk. It'd be hard to find somebody better. I think people are not gonna really give him credit, but I'm gonna say right now, bro. If he does this versus the Celtics, and he has okay. You wanna know what Brunson's doing? He's having a Jimmy Butler type run. That's how this team is built right now. They're like the Heat of like what the Heat been the last couple of years. They have that one superstar player that gonna light it up in the playoffs. Have an all-star year light it up in the playoffs. Give you whatever you need at any point in the game. And they got a bunch of good players. Hart, DiVincenzo, Hartenstein, OG Anunoby, who has some good. By the way, that's another thing I'll talk about before I get back to that. OG Anunoby, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart. Oh my gosh, bro, the play that they make on a play-to-play basis to change games. Man, those dudes are stars, bro. I was like, what they used to always say, they're stars in their roles. Those guys, DiVincenzo, Hart, Anunoby, Hartenstein, they don't ever do too much outside of their role. They know their role, and they're stars in their role. That's what the championship teams have. They have players who know their roles, first of all, and they're not afraid to like say it. Like, my role's not to score. My role, my role, I gotta get dirty, get down, and defend. You know what I'm saying? If the offense, if it comes my way, for Hart, like a lot of what Hart does is earn. Like he's not necessarily running plays for Josh Hart like to score. Like the way he's getting a lot of these points is like, okay, he's getting big rebounds, he's getting a lot of putbacks, he's cutting to the rim, all that kind of stuff. Obviously they let him create, but it's not like to the point where like he should be doing all this. It's not like getting like how they run for DiVincenzo or something, or like even for Aranda, they ran a post up and just kind of ISO and do what he wants. They're not really doing that for Hart. Hart kind of has to earn his points and get it the dirtier way, but he knows his role. That's his role. I gotta go be a star in my role. DiVincenzo knows he's gonna be a star in his role. Hartenstein has to be a star in his role. And them dudes are stars in their role, bro. Anunoby, DiVincenzo, Hart played. First of all, Hart and DiVincenzo and Brunson saved this team today. All three of them, Brunson especially in the fourth. But DiVincenzo and Hart kept them in this game the whole time. Because Indiana I can't lie, they were up for, it was close, but it was like they were keeping them at an arm's length distance. But then it was Hart and DiVincenzo make sure like to keep the Knicks in it. They kept them in it, and then they helped them get to the fourth. And I was like, okay, but I would let Brunson get busy, what he's to do. But all them dudes made plays in the fourth quarter. They was huge. If the Knicks win a playoff game where they bench give them like 10 points, barely, maybe 10 points in that game from the bench, and for them to win that game, tells you how good of a team they are. And how well coached and just like veteran savvy they are. Like they didn't really like they were down for. They were like Pacers were kind of having them at our arm's length for a lot of that game, and they never really wavered. They were like, look, we know who we are. They never got too high or too low. They just played their game and they did what they supposed to do. So if you're a Knicks for the Knicks, man, I mean, I think the series will, I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna say 5. I think Indiana can still win. I can see 2, but I don't see the series going by 6, bro. I mean, I have a hard time saying go by 5. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Knicks are that good, and man, I mean, I expect the bench to play better next game. I mean, look at here's the thing too, because I heard Bogdanovich is hurt, and they're out with Randall, so they lost a starter and one of their best players, and they're both forwards and like kind of like stretch fours, a stretch, could be a stretch four and could also play like small forward for you. And those guys could really shoot the ball and do a lot for you. And they're bigger guys. They also help you on defense. And you have guys like DiVincenzo, the rest of the smaller guys. You have Bogdanovich and Randall. They have more size and can bang and get in the glass and rebound, stuff like that. And the better matchups defensively in certain situations. But depending on, I don't know what's gonna happen with my Bogdan. I did hear he was hurt, but I didn't see him play today. I watched a lot of the second half, a lot of the fourth quarter. I didn't see Bogdan, so I'm assuming he was out today. I did see McBride. So yeah, I was assuming he's out. I feel like he was out. I would have saw him or something. But yeah, I think that's gonna be that, and that probably is contributing why they bench him play as well. But first they already lost Randall. I mean, that's the starter. That was 20 and 9. They was playing like an all-star pretty much the whole year. He was hooping like he was a couple years ago. And man, if this was 1 year for Randall to actually play, this was the year, bro. But and they lost Randall, so they already killed him with depth. And then, because man, I think the Knicks had Randall, bro. I'm be honest with you, bro. If they had Randall, I don't know, the way he was playing this year, bro. They really oof, man. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, but we'll get to that another time. But yeah, they lost Randall, and then Bogdan. So they lost the starter, and now that's Bogdan as well. He was kind of give that Randall replacement because it kind of he can do some of the things that Randall could do, just like being a stretch four and stuff like that in some ways, being like a bigger guy who could shoot, but he could back down. Like Bogdan has an offensive game. So he could do a lot. He's underrated. He just played ever since he left Utah, and then nobody really ever, no offense, but even when the Jazz were good, nobody ever really watched them until the playoffs. Nobody will stay up to I never heard nobody say I'm staying up to watch a Jazz game. Even when they were good with Gobert and Mitchell, I never heard nobody say I'm staying up to watch a Jazz game. Nobody say, yeah, man, I can't wait to watch the Jazz play today. I just remember it. So, he never this is the first time actually on a major team, market team, that kind of showcases his abilities, and kind of sucks he's getting hurt now. But he's very underrated. He could easily give you 28. I kept going. He could have gave them at least a good 15. I think you'll see. Hopefully, I'm not sure how the contract's working out, but hopefully you'll see him next year. Cause then, he's really good. He's really underrated. We just don't know about him yet. But yeah, ever since he left Utah. And then even in Utah, he didn't even get to showcase his stuff. They just use him kind of like a spot up, which kind of what he was doing in New York. But he got a bag, bro. When he went to, not a bag. He has a bag. He has a bag, bro. He can really hoop. I just don't think he gets he don't really get the opportunities on teams he is. He's more of a role player. But when you see him on a Pistons, something like that, he has some moves. He has some stuff to get to back down and stuff like that. He's crafty. Which how a lot of European players are. So they play pro at such a young age, they learn so young. But yeah, the Knicks, that bench will be concerning to me. Like I said, if Halliburton plays good today, they probably win, and it might not have even been close. So if I'm the Knicks, I'm really worried about that bench. That bench is what's worrying me. And what can we get out of it? You know what I'm saying? And that affect your rotation. Does somebody need to come off the bench for them, or Aussie Hart, DiVincenzo, Brunson are in? I want to know, be it Halliburton, or how's that gonna work? I don't know. I don't think you take any of those guys out of the starting 5. But then on top of that, it's gonna put more pressure on McBride. If Backdown's out and they're lacking bench scoring, because I don't know what happened today, but it looked like because Bogdan didn't play, I was probably the reason why. You're lacking bench scoring, and you're already down Randall, who's a starter. You're gonna need Miles McBride to play big on the offensive end. And you're gonna need some guys off the bench to really give you spark, you know what I'm saying, and really be consistent. And like Brad's about to be one of them. He could be a two-way guy. That'd be huge. And then they can find somebody else, maybe some more dudes on that bench. That really helped them a lot. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'll tell you like this: the Knicks, I think, bro, if they had a Randall and they could have been able to keep quickly, I think they really, man, I think quickly was really becoming something in New York. I'm gonna be honest. He was really becoming something, bro. Like how Maxey is. Like I'm not saying he's the next Maxey, but bro, he was really starting to become something. And if he could have stayed with them, or the Knicks would have been set off that bench. He could have been what Brunson was off the bench. Like it would have been nasty. And he could have got Brunson more rest, and then that he would have made it so much more nastier offensively. But yeah, if they could just work on that bench and figure out how they're gonna do that with Bogdan him out, I think they'll be fine. But yeah, I guess I believe in Knicks, and like, this should be 5 no more than 6 for the Knicks. And I'm telling you, I think it's time to gear up for a. I'm calling out, guys. It'll be Knicks Celtics unless injuries happen. Forgot if any injuries, but yeah, I think it'll be Knicks Celtics, and we'll be going for a good Eastern Conference Finals. I can't see, what the Celtics are really made of. You know what I'm saying? How good are they really? But nah, yeah. So that's my breakdown on the Knicks Pacers. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment. Check out my TikTok. I post some 3 TikToks a day, daily, sometimes even more. You know what I'm saying? If you mess with it, tell me any adjustments or anything you want me to change, all that kind of stuff. You want me to do live, all that kind of stuff. You want me to make the video shorter, all that kind of stuff. But y'all let me know, and I'm gonna see y'all next one. So, boys, so